All right, today we'll be going over the ground strokes of tennis. So next time you go out and hit with your friends, you'll know more of what you're doing. So first we'll start with the forehand. There's 3 different grips that people use. At the most basic level, it's called a continental grip, where it's kind of like you have the hammer grip and you just hit a nail with it. And then every time you hit, you want to try and get sideways. So when the ball is coming over from that side, you're sideways and you just pull it through and try to point your strings at where you want to go. And then once you finish your shot and have hit the ball and made contact, you finish up with your shoulder and you point with your elbow like where your strings were going already. Another grip that I use, more of an intermediate grip, and instead of that hammer continental grip, you just scooch it over kind of diagonally. This is called the semi-western. And it's the same idea, but instead of going just sideways, you push it down or you push it out like this. And so when you pull through, you put it down and then you pull it through to get more racket head speed on it, and then you still go over with it. And then a grip that looks really stupid that I don't like is called the semi-western, where you flip it the other way. And so instead of having it like this, you actually flip it like this and have your whole arm facing upwards, and you pull through and you like windshield wiper over. That one's really dumb. Don't use that. So if you're just going to go out and hit with your friends, try this one first. And if you think you're a god at tennis like Ben, you can flip it over like this and try and win some points like that. For footwork, at the most basic level, the only steps you need is to get to the ball and then hope you don't fall over and hit it. But at the intermediate level, there's 2 different stances. So you always want to try and get sideways and put your shoulders towards whatever side you're hitting on. And the closed stance, you step with your outside foot in and then swing through and step around. But the open stance, this one goes first, and then you angle your foot in, and then you kind of just turn your whole body with it. Now on how you actually hit the forehand, I just kind of showed it out, but you have your setup where you turn sideways. You want to get your arms out. Your non-hitting hand, you kind of like shadow the ball where it's coming in. And then the setup is easy on this side. You just put your arm out however you want. And then the swing is the important part, where you got to look where you're going the whole time. Just bring it over nice and easy. It's kind of the same for all levels, that whole swing and get ready. But now going over to the backhand side, there's not really different grips unless you use a one-handed backhand or a two-handed backhand. Two-handed is probably the most easy and simple because you just use your non-dominant hand. Oh, I guess I'll show it this way. So if you're playing right-handed and you hit all this over here, switch over to your left-handed side, and you just kind of power it through with your left hand. But if you're cool, you can use one hand. A lot harder, but there's different grips for it. Like, I'll do on this side so I know what I'm doing. There's this one where it's just flat, or you do that semi-western again, like the forehand, but on this side, and you kind of just rip over it. For the backhand, it's kind of similar to the forehand side. You want to bring it this way. There's different get-readies where you can either start low to high, but you never want to start high to low because that'll just put it in the bottom of the net. So it's either in the middle or this low area where you get sideways, you push through with this elbow again, get it over your shoulder to get that height over the net. What's another one? Oh, the one-hand backhand switches because you can hit slices with it. It has a kind of disguise to it because if you want to hit a two-hand backhand slice, you can't really go like this because it'll look stupid. You still have to take that hand off, so you'll know like when your opponent does when they are doing it. Benefits of knowing how to hit ground strokes. You can just go out with your friends because tennis is a lifelong sport, which means however old you get, you can still go out and play tennis, even if you're 60 and want to play in a national league with the 65 and up U.S. TA leagues. My dad doesn't, but he's obviously not 60 yet. He's only 40 something. We'll keep that confidential, but with the nationals, you just go and you go play tennis with a team. Some of your friends you can set up, kind of like AAU, where you set up a team, you go hit. Another benefit, tennis keeps you in shape if you play it a couple times a week. It doesn't keep you in crazy shape like a football would or basketball, but that's all I really have today. So we went over how to hit a forehand, how to hit a backhand, and the benefits of playing tennis. Thank you.